Are you looking at purchasing a home in an area with established trees, established neighborhood, and larger lots? Let's take a look at Emerald Estates in Hayden. Emerald Estates is located in North Hayden. It is east of Highway 95, south of Lancaster, and north of Wyoming, just to give you a little idea. Homes in this neighborhood were built in the 70s and 80s, which makes it nice because the rooms tend to be bigger, specifically the bedrooms, than some of the bedrooms on new construction homes. Lot sizes in this area tend to be around 1/4 of an acre or a little bit bigger, which is a huge draw because you have all that extra space to have more sheds, to have a garden, park RVs, and not be right on top of your neighbor. With it being an older established neighborhood, it tends not to have the cookie cutter homes. They're all different homes. There can be split entries, there can be tri-levels, there can be ranchers. Majority of the homes tend to have a 2-car garage, but again, there's typically plenty of space for parking, especially RV space, or on some of the lots you may even be able to build a shop. You'll just have to do some due diligence and make sure there's enough space with the setbacks. Now, this neighborhood is near the airport in Coeur d'Alene, so just keep that in mind because it is in the direct flight path. So when you're looking at homes in that area, see if the airplane noise does bother you. Now, there will be some times that the airport's busier than others, typically summertime, but do keep an eye on that because it can be a nuisance. This neighborhood at the time of filming is still actually in the county. So there's no city services that these homes receive, meaning it's on community water and has a septic system. If you're not familiar with a septic system, ask your real estate agent about them. That way you know what you're getting into. Also, a tip if you're purchasing a home in this area, make sure that the seller has the septic tank pumped and inspected during the inspection period. Septic tanks, if they fail, can cost a lot of money to repair. So ask the seller to look into it. That way it's on them to get it fixed before you purchase the home. One thing with it also being in the county is the county taxes tend to be less than the city of Hayden. So that's a nice little break in this neighborhood. Now, Emerald Estates does have its own park. Let's take a look at what that park looks like. As you can see, there's a little bit for everybody at this park. There are no trails or sidewalks in this neighborhood. At the time of filming, there is currently no HOAs in this area. If that's something that you specifically don't want, make sure. I can't see people opening up to an HOA, but just make sure that there's not one when you go to purchase. This neighborhood is located in the Coeur d'Alene School District. Now, at the time of filming, kids in this neighborhood would most likely go to Hayden Meadows Elementary, Canfield Middle School, and Coeur d'Alene High School. But do keep in mind that our boundaries do change, so if that's something that you specifically need or want, make sure during your inspection period it is in the right school district and right schooling zone for you. Some tips when purchasing a home in this area. Now, given the age of the homes, there's some things that you're going to want to check out during your inspection period or when you go to view the property. Now, seeing that a lot of these homes were built in the 70s and 80s, they should have already had one re-roofing, if not more. Double check, make sure that the roof is in good shape because that can be something that is expensive should you have to repair it down the road. Along with the roof, look into the HVAC system, or some of these homes are still on baseboard heating. So just make sure whatever system's there is working properly because again, that is just a big expense should you have to replace it. Now, because these homes were built and are older, they may not be as energy efficient as some of the new homes. They may have older windows, So one thing you can do is during the inspection period, you can call the gas and electric companies and see what the high, low, and average for that specific property is to give you an idea of how much your utility bills are going to be. Now let's take a look where this neighborhood is located on the map. Like I said, it is in North Hayden. If you'd watched another one of my neighborhood tours, Pineview Estates, you will see that that is directly next to Emerald Estates. Both are located in Hayden and therefore are fairly similar with things that they have. Now, scrolling out, you'll be able to see some other things and the distances that this neighborhood is from other items throughout town. The closest spot to get to Highway 95 is 1.2 miles away and takes you about 5 minutes to get there. It's less than 3.5 miles to Honeysuckle Beach and 2.5 miles from Avondale and the Country Club. It's 6 miles to Costco, which will take you about 19 minutes in traffic. The hospital is 6.8 miles and will take you roughly about 20 minutes depending on traffic. I-90 is 6.5 miles and will take you about 18 minutes to get there depending on traffic. Downtown is 8.6 miles and will take you about 25 minutes. Spokane International Airport is about 44 miles and depending on traffic will probably take you about 55 minutes to get there from this neighborhood. This is just a great established area if you're looking for homes that aren't cookie cutter, that have some character and space. If you have any questions or would like to look at homes in this area, please feel free to reach out. My name's Amanda Cuthbert. I'm with the Phoenix Agency.